Okay, so Facebook just recently announced that they were going to open up like the Oculus Quest operating system in order for you can, if you're like a third party manufacturer, you can use their Oculus OS. So for example, what they said was Asus was gonna make a gaming focused headset that has higher performance. Lenovo was going to make a education productivity headset, and then Microsoft was going to do a like Xbox version of the Quest. And what those three companies, they actually have something very much in common. You see, they've actually worked together before. Now, in all the coverage that I've watched of this news, all of them, like most of them actually, fail to mention that these companies actually worked together before. Like I was watching this channel where he goes over like gaming news and he said, wouldn't it be cool if he had like a Halo VR game? And the funny thing about that is there is a Halo VR game. No one played it at all. And even if you did play it, it was only a 30-minute tech demo. What I'm talking about here is Windows Mixed Reality. It's like Microsoft's failed VR platform. Like it flopped so hard. And it's actually a few. All the ones I mentioned, Asus, Lenovo had it. Also HP, Dell, and Samsung had a VR. I actually had the Samsung Odyssey at one point. That was like the first time I used VR was with the Samsung Odyssey and Windows Mixed Reality. And I used it for a month and then never again. Like I literally sold it to get like a Quest 2, and that was when I really started using VR was with the Quest 2. But like the Samsung was just so bad to use. Like on my I used to do it on like a laptop, and I don't know if it was because my laptop wasn't powerful enough to run it, but you know how I could move my head forward and back? Well, the Samsung was locked to 3 degrees of freedom, which means all you can do is look. Like if you had YouTube, like a 360 video, and all you have to do is move your phone around to look. That's still what the Samsung was, and it was terrible. I sold it. I sold it for a Quest 2. So what that had me thinking was, I actually have another. Right now, I'm using the Vive Cosmos Elite so that I can use it in the dark, because Windows Mixed Reality needs a light on to use it. But I actually still have one laying around. It's the HP Reverb G2, and that's the last ever Windows Mixed Reality headset made. I think there's a second HoloLens, but no one uses that. So HP Reverb G2 was the last VR headset for Windows Mixed Reality specifically. And I stopped using it because one, I wanted to be able to play in the dark, but two, games, new VR games just stopped supporting it. Like I was trying to play Hitman, like Hitman 3, because that has a VR mode, and I downloaded it on Game Pass because it was on Game Pass day one, and I tried playing it, but it wouldn't work on my Reverb G2. I needed like a Quest or like an Index or something. So since I have it laying around, I can actually show you like how bad it really is, because it's absolutely terrible. So I'm gonna be playing two games in this video. And it's I'm not gonna be playing Half-Life Alyx because that shit's like 80 gigabytes. I don't want to download all that. So the only two VR games, that's not this of course, that I have installed is Serious Sam VR and Payday 2. So what I'm gonna be doing here is I'm gonna cut to that gameplay, and I'll show you like the software experience, like the hub of Windows Mixed Reality, and yeah, and I'll show you the gameplay, and I could point out like each like flaw I see while playing it. Alright, so I thought I would showcase how it looks. So this is the headset itself, and this is my like main headset that I use. You can see here, this is my main headset, and this is the Windows Mixed Reality. So you'll see, like, size-wise, it's very small. Like, without this, it's very slim, and this is like heavier, and this is very light. And one thing I don't like, these controllers. Like, these are Samsung ones because I gave the HP ones to a friend. But you can see, like, it's just a stick and a pad. Now, I normally use these controllers, which is just the pad. So it's not a big deal. What is a big deal is, it uses two AA batteries, two of them. So, I don't actually have, like, another set of AA, so I guess I have to, like, I'm gonna have to, like, take it off of my controller in order to use these. But you can see here, like, this HP logo actually lights up. This is actually a very good, like, looking headset. The resolution is a 4K per eye. Like, each eye is 4K resolution. So yeah, I'm gonna cut to the gameplay. Alright, so a pretty major gripe with this is that I can't actually, like, use it unless I go here. This is a mixed reality portal. I would have to press like Windows and Y in order for like my inputs, like my mouse input would be locked, and I can't use it like outside the headset. So actually, let me see if I can like pull up a view. Alright, so like I have to press Windows and Y in order to use it. So yeah. Okay, so here's like the I'm sorry for the view. It's just like that for some reason. Anyway, this is the Windows Mixed Reality home. You can see like stuff here. This chat, I think this was a chat application. This is no longer around. You can't play Asteroids anymore. Also, the controller tracking sucks because if I have it down, it doesn't track. Anyway, I can go over here. And this is the, I don't know if you can see this properly. This is the Halo game I was talking about. So if I were to, like, go to the Microsoft store to buy it, I could. And this is the desktop. And I just have a Steam VR button here. So I can launch in a Steam VR. And it, like, has, like, a whole, like, view. And it's just normal Steam VR. It uses, like, the big picture. So let me go to the library, and it's just, you know, normal standard Steam VR. Anyway, I'm gonna launch let's go with Serious Sam VR first. Alright, so now I'm on Serious Sam VR on the Windows Mixed Reality. And you can see Like, let's go to single player, just go where I left off, like right here. Yeah, no, it's right there. It loads pretty quick on the hard drive. So
Come on, you ugly freaks!
You can see I did. Let me turn down the game audio actually. Alright, so one thing you'll notice is that the controller tracking isn't pretty good. Like, I can't like reach behind me. Like, if I try to reach behind me, it just doesn't track at all. And I'll show you where it matters. Like,
seriously, is that the best you can do?
I'll show you where it matters when we play Payday 2. So that's kind of an important like mechanic of Payday 2 is reaching behind you. But right now it is working pretty good since I'm like standing and like I'm in a well-lit room. But if you were not in a well-lit room, then it would like be horrible. Anyway, so let's go to Payday 2 now. Alright, so I'm on Payday 2 right now. And you can see I have like a laser pointer. And that's to like click on all of this. Just disable that. I haven't played this in a while. So you can see like right here, I have my character. It uses like the warp. I think I have to enable that in the settings, but you can see that's my character right here, although it's the wrong mask. Hold on, let me see here. I had I think I had John Wick. Yeah, I'll just do Duke. Oh my god. No, like the whole thing just crashed just now. That's pretty funny. Anyway, let's get to the... That's actually a good point to end off. Let's get to the conclusion. Alright, so in this conclusion part, what I want to go over is why I know it failed. Not why I think it failed, why I know it failed. And a few things I want to point out. The crash that was the crash I caught on video. It actually crashed like 3 times. It took me 3 tries just to get into Serious Sam, and I was surprised that the game even like played fully. And it is a pretty fun game. I spent like I want to say an hour like playing it, just Serious Sam. But when I tried playing, what you saw, I tried playing Payday 2 and it just crashed. Like the whole thing, like literally it disconnected and then reconnected. That's how it crashed. So a few things I want to point out why it failed. First off, there wasn't much advertisement for it. Like Windows Mixed Reality, it released in 2017, and that was a year after like the big, like what right now the big three VR makers is Oculus, Valve, HTC, because Valve worked with HTC on the original Vive and PlayStation, so they were already with stiff competition. I don't know what the pricing was because I wasn't even following VR at the time, but I'm sure it wasn't cheap. Like they're cheap now. Like if you look on eBay for any like Windows Mixed Reality headset, they're extremely cheap because like no one wants to buy them. Other than like I could see like a collector wanting it, which not really, but no one was buying Windows mixed reality headsets. The tracking absolutely sucked on it. Like I remember when I used to play it years ago, like Payday 2, right? Like the guns are like on your holster. So if you were to try to pick up a gun, like in the heat of like the cops swarming you, like right now, I would just go here, pick up the gun, and it tracks all the way. But with the Windows Mixed Reality heads, I would have to look down and then grab the gun, which takes away like reaction time. And then the third reason why I thought it, why I think no, I know it failed is the software experience is horrible. Like you saw, it crashed, and it crashes a lot. And the footage was all like jittery, like it was constantly vibrating. That's just how it was. Like that's literally how it was, how I was seeing it. What you saw there was exactly how I was experiencing it. Maybe it's due to my lighting, but like the sun is up right now, so it can't be due to the lighting. I don't have like a light in my room. Like I don't have like I have like ceiling lights. I don't have that. I should buy a lamp, but I don't want to. And another reason, the game support is terrible. Like compared to the other PC headsets, the game support's terrible. As I pointed out, like new VR games don't work with it. And so Microsoft saw that. They're actually in a future Windows update. They're completely discontinuing like Windows Mixed Reality. They're gonna remove it from Windows. So like the headset I have, beautiful headset. Like the displays are like nice and clear. Like you can read all text even if it's so far away, and the graphics like pop on it. It is very beautiful headset. But in like a few months, I can't use it anymore unless I like put it in like headless mode with some command prompt wizardry, and that's just way too much. Plus, I'd have to like tape a tracker in the front so that it uses like the lighthouses I have set up. Yeah, like literally in a few months, you can't use it anymore. So, and this is like the last VR like Windows mixed reality headset. The Reverb G2 is the last one they ever made, and no one bought it. The only people that bought it, they use it for like, and this is a good part of it. It's good for like sim racing, flight sim. That's what people mainly use it for because it's cheap. It's the cheapest headset and it's very clear. It's as clear as like those like $1,000 headsets you see. Like not the Index, but like the other ones, like the Vario, if you ever heard of it, is very clear. So yeah, that's my look on why Windows Mixed Reality like failed and how like if the if Facebook isn't careful with like the licensing, if they don't have like the software right, that's gonna fail too. Just like this. Like this is like the Windows Mixed Reality, the one I looked at, that's like a peek into the future. Like they have to look at that and say, okay, how do we not end up like that? Anyway, that's it.